Hi, today I'm gonna be doing some reaction videos. I hope you like them. Alright, let's see here. Alright, hold up. Let me... TOP 15.
This is Blankos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn...
Think you're a tough guy? Too bad. These top 15 scary videos will scare even you. Number 15. Human insect. Caution, don't open the little door. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Tactical Looney. This creepy video will make you want to scratch your eyes out. In the unexplained video, someone is wandering through a home when they turn to a small mysterious door that's near the floor next to a bed. They head toward the door, pull it open and peer inside, and this whole human man crawls quickly at them, even creepier due to the video's blurriness. It's unclear whether this is the man's tongue hanging out. What would you do if you found this little door inside a room? Now you know better. Don't open it. Number 14. Shadow boxing. This shadow figure is making some noise. Posted to the r/haunted subreddit. The clown notes that this scary video came from a trusted family member. He notes in the comments that his relative was recording this room because she'd heard noises downstairs when she was upstairs.
What? Oh my goodness!
The video shows the living room in an otherwise empty house. After a moment, a shadow moves into view, clearly visible on the white wall, cast across the closed doors. Some in the comments note how creepy this shadow's hunched movement is. Others think the light from the hallway is simply playing tricks, creating a shadow on that wall from someone coming down a stairwell out of sight. But VIII man is sold. He writes, "Yeah, I'd be calling a realtor. I also agree getting out of that house is the right decision." Number 13. The mystery of the doors. Ghosts kind of have a thing with doors. This pair of videos proves it. The first clip was published in April of 2018 by Joshua R. He notes that the doors in his house keep opening and slamming closed on their own, and he finally caught it on video. He says no windows were open and no heat or AC was running at this time. In the video, he pushes the door just slightly ajar. It creaks for a moment, then nothing happens. He moves toward it, pulling it slightly more closed, but as he has his fingers hovering over it, the door opens wider on its own. He pulls it almost closed again, and it pulls itself back open.
What on earth?
This happens again and again. Then he opens the door to show that there's no one in the room, before finally it's had enough and slams itself shut. In the second video, published by Carlos Sun in August of 2011, security footage shows a shop door falling to a close. It shuts gently. It sits there for a moment completely normal. Then instantly the glass completely shatters. Some say vacuum pressure might have caused this. Others say it's paranormal activity. Do you think these two videos can be explained? If these videos are real, then something nefarious has to be afoot here in my opinion. Number 12. Farmhouse Ghost. Is this the ghost of an old family pet? Published by Kinjo in August of 2018. The security footage captured something unusual, overlooking an old farmhouse at night in Ohio. The footage shows a strange shadow drift up the pathway and travel down the driveway. It looks about the height of a dog. You can see the dark figure move in between the trees before it disappears out of sight. Several YouTubers in the comments say they've seen a similar shadow on security cameras. Kinjo notes in the description that a friend of the family sent this video to him, and they say some strange stuff has been happening out there. Is that strange stuff the workings of this knee-high ghost? I sure hope there's eventually an answer to this mystery. Number 11. Ghost Party. Don't you hate it when an uninvited ghost crashes your party? Published by Kisa Weba in October of 2021, the scary video went viral, taking South Korea by storm. In the clip, some friends are having a little after-work party with food and drinks, just hanging out. The camera captures the entryway behind them that leads to the living room. Nothing is there, but a moment later, after zooming in on one of the friends' faces, the camera zooms out again. This time, something strange is peeking out from the entryway.
Wait, what was that?
It looks like a ghost wrapped in a robe. Before we can even recognize what the figure is, the camera drops. But look closer. Is this real? Or is it just fantasy? Number 10. Farm Entity. Who lives or unlives at this haunted farm? Published by Hassan Barbar in January of 2020. This creepy video reveals the answer. A terrifying djinn. Hassan first arrives at the farm at night and is immediately on the lookout. After searching around outside for a time, he crosses paths with a swing set. One of the swings is moving, but no one is sitting in it.
Fucking nuts, bro.
He approaches it and it continues to move on its own. He heads toward one of the buildings. A window that is at first closed slides open and then slams closed again.
حاسس إنه في شيء غريب هون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قلت جوا تتحرك ولا بتهيأ لي ولا شو فيه؟ والله العظيم في شيء غريب جوا. طبعا إخواني السلام. بسم الله.
He walks around to the back of the building, which appears empty, but a puppy filter reveals that technology thinks there's a face in the pile of brush and leaves.
Oh my god!
Puppy faces keep popping out wherever the cameraman moves, which is frankly terrifying, because that means the app is detecting faces here. He returns toward the side of the building and another puppy face pops out by this tree. The face reappears as he continues to wander around the place, this time even closer to the camera. He enters the bathroom on the property, and at first the faucet is turned off. Suddenly, as he's turned away, the faucet turns on. When the camera pulls around, the dog filter is triggered again. Is this app detecting a multitude of faces? Or is this one djinn stalking his son around this farm? Either way, I think he should stay far away from this haunted place. Number 9. Intruder in the Night. This one is every parent's worst nightmare. Published by Fox 13 Tampa Bay in October of 2021. This scary video was captured at a holiday home in Florida. An intruder was caught on camera lurking around the home when he entered a child's bedroom before the resident's dog alerted them to the break-in. The mother of the child woke up and noticed her daughter's door was open when it's usually closed.
Still so terrifying, like to physically see someone in your home.
She later found this footage of the creepy stranger walking in and out of her daughter's bedroom.
I was so upset that this person was just walking around in my house like it was his own home or something, like he knew exactly where he was going.
He had entered the home by busting out the bottom of a door that led into the garage and crawling inside. He was wandering around the house for 15 or 20 minutes.
That is a surprisingly long time to be in the house, so we're thankful that not more was done, but it doesn't change the fact that this shouldn't have happened at all.
During that time, he also appeared to undo his pants, making his intentions appear even more horrifying. The 9-year-old girl slept through the whole ordeal and was unharmed. According to Fox 13, the suspect has not yet been identified. This is one creep I hope is caught by the police. Number 8. In the cupboard. Trying to get your work done is hard enough without ghosts to contend with. Posted to TikTok by Bigwood 481-51623. This creepy TikTok was taken at the man's office. The guy in the video says some crazy paranormal stuff is happening in his office again, and nearly the same time his desktop suddenly turns on by itself and a cupboard above pops open and shut. The cupboard pops open and slams shut again.
It's just me. There's no one else around.
And the guy pans around the office to prove that there's no one else there and no strings attached. He gets closer and the cupboard pops open and shut again, causing him to run out of the room in fear.
He's like, fuck this shit.
There's no freaking strings.
Looks like it might be time to quit this job. I'm thinking this office is definitely haunted. Number 7. Trail camera mystery. Are those eyes in the forest? This mysterious trail camera clip will have you scratching your head. It was posted by a channel that has nothing to do with paranormal or scary content, which I think greatly adds to its legitimacy. The cam captured something strange in the remote mountains of southwest British Columbia at around 8:30 p.m. in October of 2019. The clip shows some mysterious lights blinking in the forest. The lights flicker on and off at different heights between the trees. They appear too big to be eyes, but if not, what else could they be? Many in the comments think these lights belong to the eyes of forest creatures of some kind, though the theories range from raccoons or opossums to bears or a pack of cryptids. Others share their stories of seeing this exact same thing in the woods, some even in England. What do you think they are? My guess is that there's something unknown living in that forest. Number 6. Breathing ground. Captured in Quebec, Canada, this crazy video was posted by the Weather Network in October of 2018. The footage shows what appears to be the ground breathing. The forest floor moves up and down, heaving and then sinking in. This happens repeatedly, and it really does look like the Earth is catching its breath. Is the Earth a living creature? Meteorologist Aaron Wenchstern sets our minds at ease, saying this was caused by a combination of strong winds, soft soil, and the network of roots below. She explains that exceptionally strong wind gusts caused the trees to pull up from the shallow roots, raising a bit and making it appear as if the ground was heaving. Although many in the comments get that she's probably right, they still want to suspend their disbelief for a moment and instead go with their first theory: the Earth is breathing. Number 5. Mount Remarkable Hotel. This haunted hotel is full of bumps in the night. Published to Amy's Crypt in October of 2021, Amy heads to the haunted Mount Remarkable Hotel on an overnight investigation. After branching off, Jared stays downstairs while Amy heads upstairs. Her camera captures this on one of the rooms on the upper floor after she asks if there's someone in it.
Is there somebody in this room?
Whoa.
Okay, that was on cue.
Later, while she's in the hallway, she hears movement. And not long after, a strange gasp.
What the heck?
The noises don't stop there. Some of them even sound like movement. And when the pair are together, Amy hears something move again behind Jared.
And it's not flooded right now, but it is very muddy.
Do all of these bumps in the night convince you? I'm convinced this place is haunted. Number 4, House of the Spirits. There's something evil in this house. Published by the Greek channel Paranormal Activities in December of 2017, this House of Spirits will startle you. The scary video follows a paranormal investigator during his overnighter at the haunted house as he's looking at an old photograph of a doctor who presumably lived there. A loud bang is heard from behind him.
Pongo esta fotografía porque no hay otros. Ποιος πέθανε τώρα πριν 1,5 μήνα.
He turns around, opens the door, and enters the hallway. He finds nothing there. Later, the investigator is sitting on a bed and having a drink when something comes screeching out from under the bed. It startles him and he jumps up. Still, he tries to catch some sleep, only to be awoken by a moving doll. As he's nodding off again, the entity in this home throws something across the room at him.
Whoa! What happened?
Even creepier is this shadow that moves off to the right of the frame. It looks like the ghost hunter is not alone. Things really start to shake up when there's a quake. Only it's not entirely clear if there really is one, or if it's just another horror in the House of the Spirits. If a ghost is shaking an entire house, then it has to be evil. Number 3, Haunted Station House. Poltergeist activity caused havoc in this old station house. Dark Arts TV investigates this place, which premiered in October of 2021. Those involved in an incident that took the lives of 18 people are said to haunt the house. As the pair explores, they hear random noises, but it isn't until this loud chaos is heard that things get real.
Yo, so 100.
It sounds like something was thrown in the next room over. In one room, Carl sets down his camera, only for this great burst of energy to burst outside the room. They realize it's a train, but that doesn't make it any less scary. It shakes the windows. In another room, they're trying to communicate with the spirits when a chair moves on its own.
What was that? What was that? Yo, what was that? What was that? What was that?
It slides ever so subtly to the left, and then later not so subtly. After this paranormal activity, one of their communication devices starts to freak out, buzzing shrilly like it's on the fritz. Clearly something happened in this room, but exactly what happened here remains a mystery. Number 2, the cemetery witch. What goes hand in hand better than a cemetery and a witch? Published by Chris L. Luna in November of 2021, these ghost hunters are headed to a haunted cemetery where it's rumored that a witch often appears. While walking through the haunted place, the crew hears a loud bang. Searching around all the buildings, they don't find anything or anyone, but later they hear a strange rasping growl. They race down to the center, but see nothing until they turn. They scream out, but it's not clear what they see, and when they chase after it again, there's nothing. Later they go inside and are tiptoeing carefully down the hallway when something bangs in a nearby room. Back outside again, they are walking at the center when something appears to open a door, causing the crew to scream and flee. Did the witch follow them? If I had to guess, my answer would be yes. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next week? If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram. Number 1, a movable feast. Who is sitting at your table? Posted to TikTok by Durban Paranormal. This creepy CCTV footage will have you shook. The footage overlooks a conference hall. 2 guards are sitting at a table. At the next table over, one of the chairs moves, ever so subtly on its own, sliding in about a foot. Both guards notice this and apparently reported it. You can see them both sitting there in shock, staring at the chair. They go over and check it out, but soon they walk away. Is this hall haunted? After seeing this, I definitely think so.
Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure... Ads on YouTube must be so annoying, but with 3 clicks, you can install an ad blocker and you'll never see ads again.
Looking for something to set you on edge? Then look no further. These top 15 scary videos will make your hair raise. Number 15. Tiny creature. Posted on TikTok by Strange Creatures Talk, the scary capture will creep you out. A father and his kids are playing in nature. They're filming a tree when they spot what they think is an insect amongst the branches and leaves. But on closer inspection, the mysterious winged creature flies out from its camouflaging leaf, and you can see it for a moment in sharp relief. It clearly has a body, including incredibly long legs and a humanoid shape. It's a dark brownish gray color like the branches around it, but before we can capture any identifiable facial features, the creature flies off into the sky. Is this why we don't often spot these tiny creatures among us? Because they blend right in. Having seen this one, I'm glad they're virtually invisible. Number 14. La Lorona. We've seen a number of La Lorona sightings on top 15s, but none creepier than this entity. Published by Danny Phantom in April of 2019, this scary video has been trending as of late in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. The clip shows security footage of a house whose owner claims to have experienced several sleepless nights due to a disturbance, which was a woman crying. However, his house is far from the city and there are no residences nearby. Naturally, the man ruled out the idea that this was a neighbor and was concerned about regularly hearing this woman's cry. Finally, he discovered the culprit on his home security camera. A blurry, semi-transparent figure of a woman enters the courtyard. She has long black hair and is clothed in a white floor-length dress. She walks slowly across the courtyard before disappearing into the darkness. Although the security footage has no sound, some viewers are certain that this is the weeping woman, La Lorona. If it is, then this man had better know how to swim, because she is out to drown him. Number 13. Ghost bike. You've heard of driverless cars, but have you ever seen a driverless bike? Published by Dastardly Thunderstorm in January of 2018, this CCTV footage caught a creepy ghost bike riding on its own in Kolkata. The video, taken at a crossroads at night, shows stop-action footage of the intersection. It's around midnight when you see it. A motorbike driving down the road without a driver. A car pulls to a stop at the intersection to let the bike pass. What must the driver of the car be thinking at that moment? Slowing down the clip, you can see the headlight of the blue bike, and as it passes steadily, it's even clearer no one is riding it. Is the driver invisible, or is he paranormal? Number 12. Blade Thrower. Things get a little dicey in this creepy clip, published by Roland With Me in November of 2020. Roland writes that paranormal activity has been ramping up in his home ever since he brought haunted dolls there. Using his vlogging camera and security cameras, he captured a number of crazy occurrences around his haunted house. One clip shows a blade moving up and down in its stand as if it's trying to escape. The blade later flies from the holder, after which the kitchen lights flicker like crazy.
Mike was gone. And you know what? I saw it coming out of there, and then there it is on the floor.
No shit, mate. I think you better get out of there, mate.
And the lights flickering.
The cupboard door then swings open on its own. Later, Roland enters the kitchen and the lights are flickering again. A plastic bag moves across the floor toward him.
Okay, there's a bag on
He hears something in the garage, and as he's walking down a hallway, a door shuts closed.
Alright, door is shut.
When he tries it, it seems to be locked. He asks the entity to turn the doorknob, flick the lights, or give him any kind of sign. After a moment, the doorknob slowly turns.
Turn the doorknob. Show me a sign. Make the lights flicker. Anything.
Look. It's moving.
Are you moving the doorknob?
Later, he says he was just sitting in his living room when a blade flew from the kitchen to land on the floor nearby.
Okay, I was just sitting there.
Man, I got so scared that I just swallowed a piece of unchewed popcorn. Holy fucking shit, bro.
Down in that chair. Knife just flew from the kitchen to right here.
Is something trying to cause Roland harm? If so, we think he should take a commenter's advice. Never provoke what you cannot see.
Are you moving the coffee maker? Oh, shit.
Goes for everyone on this list. Number 11, aggressive poltergeist. Okay, so this house is for sure haunted. Published by D. Dark Past Scary in November of 2021. This clip was originally posted to TikTok by Diego Spikers. As Diego is talking to the camera, a plastic ball rolls out of a little girl's princess castle tent. Diego immediately runs over to the tent to peer in. There are no cuts in the video, and no one is inside. Only several more plastic balls scattered in the corner. In another creepy clip in his home, a figure is huddled under a blanket on the floor. It looks like a child is sitting there, hunched-shouldered, with this blanket over his head. But when Diego steps toward the blanket, carefully grabs hold of it and rips away. Nothing is beneath it, and the illusion of a figure collapses before your very eyes. On another occasion, while watching TV, a child's hand appears to open the door on the entertainment center from the inside. You can see little fingers appear on the door edge. Diego runs toward it and pulls the door open. Again, nothing. Perhaps one of the creepiest paranormal events in the already entirely terrifying video.
Uy, marica, venga. Que chingero rápido. Marica, pero lo grabé, venga.
Is when Diego is filming a little girl who we assume is his daughter. She appears to be watching something on TV, but look past her. Beyond in the background, another child pops up for a moment. With a pale face and a mat of dark hair, she peeks up from behind a chair, and when Diego races toward her, she pops back down. Once again, whatever this demon thing is has disappeared.
Hey, you. Me. Yeah, you. Don't you wanna...
In yet another clip, Diego hears a sound in a bedroom. He drops to the floor and looks under the bed. As this is Poltergeist MO, nothing is there. That is until the hand.
Escuchando eso, reviso por todo lado, weón. Y nada, pero no se ve nada, marica, lo he revisado por todo lado. No.
In the last image we'll leave you with is this creepy figure. Again, it appears as though a small child is under this blanket, this time standing and swaying a bit. Diego doesn't even have... Small child. Last image we'll leave you with... And the last image we'll leave you with is this creepy figure. Again, it appears as though...
Hold on, I'm gonna get myself some water. Holy fuck. I'm gonna go get me some water because holy shit, that was fucking scary. Thomas, can you take the top off of this and let me pour some water? No, can you please take the top off of this? I'm reacting to some scary videos on YouTube. Yeah, it does. Hold on. Hello? Hi, I'm back, guys.
Small child is under this blanket, this time standing and swaying a bit. Diego doesn't even have to touch the blanket this time for it to collapse into nothing.
Llegar a la casa y no hay luz, pero
So what do you think? Is this Poltergeist just playing? Or should we burn this house to the ground? Number 10. Background artist. This ghost does her best work as a background artist. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Redditor OKRabbit4327. The Redditor claims that she and her friends were making a TikTok when they spotted this girl sitting behind them in the video. She says no one else was there when they filmed the clip. 4 girls are dancing in the video, while a 5th is just sitting very still on a couch behind them, staring straight ahead. Those in the comments think it's a mannequin head used by hairstylists during training. Other Redditors are saying it's a ghost. What do you think this is? Mannequin head or a ghost? Number 9. Open Sesame. Have you ever had a ghost rummage around in your cabinets? Published in October of 2021, Amber Hoover clearly has, as evidenced in this video. The security camera footage shows 2 women sitting at home, watching TV when out of nowhere, the cupboard door in front of them opens on its own. The happening astonishes them. One of the women tells the other that the cupboard was latched.
Let me see if it's showing me something you need to see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's unlatched. It wanted us to see. Look. Okay, alright. Come on with it. Come on. I'm with you. Oh my gosh.
As the pair wonder what the ghost is trying to show them, another cabinet door to the left opens on its own accord as well, very slowly, inch by inch. What does the ghost want the living to see in these cabinets? Maybe a die block is hidden inside. Number 8. Unexpected visitor. Indio, California had an unexpected visitor. This paranormal clip was published by LUFOs in October of 2021. The clip appears to show an unidentified flying object hanging in the night sky. Only 4 lights are visible, hovering just above the houses in formation. The mysterious spacecraft appears to be drifting very slowly, but it's hard to tell if it's descending, as the cameraman is walking down the road toward it. After a time, you cannot see the lights at all. Did the spacecraft land? Are there extraterrestrials among us? The truth is out there. Number 7. Haunted house. Some things aren't what they seem. This scary paranormal sighting was originally published by the GEPC group. The footage shows a dark kitchen at night. A cupboard door slowly opens a crack of its own accord. At first you might think, any door can fall ajar like that, but then a moment later the door swings open wider and much more deliberately. Then it slams shut. In a second piece of security camera footage taken outside the house, a shadowy shapeshifter travels across. The scene. The figure is obscure and appears in the form of a dark shape flying across the frame. In one last video taken within the haunted home, a picture frame on the living room wall moves slightly, and then not so slightly. Are these spirits ramping up for something? It might be time to burn some sage. Number 6. Orphanage ghost. Some places scar the souls of those who live there. Published by Azteca America in December of 2009, this news crew enters an orphanage and leaves with quite a scary story. While walking outside on the grounds of the haunting orphanage, the figure of a ghost child appears in the darkness. The creepy figure is standing still right outside the orphanage door. Dressed in white, the childlike apparition looks afraid of them. At least her posture makes it appear so, while the crew doesn't even seem to notice her in the moment. Is this the apparition of an orphan child who has yet to cross over? Number 5. Trespasser at the door. What is stalking this man? Is it human or supernatural? Published in October of 2021, Maven writes that this trespasser seems to be hiding from someone or something. The creepy video shows a hooded man approaching the front door of this home. Instead of knocking, he turns around and just stands there. He peers around the corner of the home as if he's afraid of something, as if he's waiting for someone to leave. He walks all the way down to the corner, looking around it, and then strangely makes his way back down the hallway toward the home, and along the sidewalk 2 rounds to the next house. He then simply walks off. Is someone stalking this young man? If not, what might explain this strange behavior? Whatever it is, it sure makes my hair raise. Number 4. Handprints. These spirits left behind some paranormal fingerprint evidence posted to the Ghosts subreddit. Leading Maringu 9738 writes, I found these handprints on the wall of my bedroom a few days after my first experience with sleep paralysis. Does anyone recognize the type of print under the human-like one? The prints appear in a pinkish hue. The human-like prints that the Redditor is talking about are adult-sized and hang upside down. The other prints mentioned appear to have only 3 or 4 fingers, and the palms are not large like a human's. Some in the comments think that someone may have tried to paint over oily handprints, which are now coming through. Others think they look like leftover prints from the red drips of a Halloween window cling, but some Redditors point out that the prints are upside down, which is already weird. Coupled with the sleep paralysis, their presence seems particularly sinister. Number 3. Souls of the Cemetery. While some souls might rest in peace, others want to play. Published by Johnny Paranormal 74 and was streamed on Facebook Live by Urbex TJ according to Johnny. While in a cemetery at night in Tijuana, Mexico, the paranormal crew asks the spirits there to spin a colorful pinwheel that's stuck into the ground. The spirits oblige.
¿Qué es todo eso morado?
Soon, the mysterious pinwheel's separate wheels are spinning in opposite directions. The crew then asks the spirit to stop the wheel to ensure it's the spirit communicating and not the wind.
Para saber que estás aquí con nosotros. La perca, mira. Se detuvo el de enfrente.
The pinwheel's front wheel comes to an immediate halt, while the back wheel takes a moment too slow to a stop. Again, he asks the spirit to spin just one of the wheels. The spirit acquiesces to this request, and the back wheel rotates on its own.
Can you spin one of the wheels just once more to make sure?
Gracias, Saúl.
The speed picks up faster and faster. After a moment, the crew tells the soul of Saul to rest in peace. The spinning wheel slows down. Is Saul really resting, or is he just getting started? Number 2, help granted. When you beg the spirits for help, be careful what you wish for. Published in September of 2021 by Rolling Hills Asylum, East Bethany, NY. This creepy clip was captured in the shadow hallway of Rolling Hills by Linda Seeger during a paranormal event in July of 2021. A young woman named Rachel is sitting in a chair and is coached to cry out for help. A candle sits on the floor in front of her. After asking for help a few times, saying she needs someone to get her to her room, the spirits come for her. The doors behind her open, prompting Rachel to spring from her chair in fear and run away. No need to worry. After all, they are just trying to help. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit the Instagram? Number 1. Ghost on a Corner. This ghost might get charged with loitering. Published by Dave Fredrock in October of 2021. The scary security footage has me terrified. Dave is focusing in on one corner of the camera's frame, which is centered around a lit street. Along this street, a mysterious semi-transparent figure appears, moving from right to left. The footage was taken at 5:30 in the morning. It's dark out, and when he zooms in, you can see the camera is facing a yard and a driveway in which a car is parked. When he zooms in again, the shape is drifting along the road. Unlike orb footage, which could be passed off as dust, or bug footage, which is fairly obvious to distinguish, this figure isn't so distinct. What is this, if not a ghost? My only explanation for this is something paranormal is afoot.
Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new content.
Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.